Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another vlog. And today's vlog is going to be a bit out of the ordinary in terms of the things that I would like to talk about in this video. And I know it's really not common for me to vlog, really much at all. And in this video, I'm going to kind of explain that. But there's a couple of other things that I'm going to touch on in this video as well. But yeah, I actually have the things written down just to be sure that I don't forget them or forget to mention any specific thing in this video. But anyways, the first thing that I want to bring up kind of spawned from, well, it wasn't really the 1 million subscriber vlog or anything like that. It actually has to do with really any vlog that I make. And this is kind of like a response to, I guess, I don't know, like, it feels weird to feel like I'm responding to just haters or anything like that, but I don't know. It's something that I've never done before, and it's something that I want to do at least once. This one time, just bring it up in a video and just kind of never look back to it, because if there's any one thing that I have changed about since I hit 1 million subscribers, it's that I don't care about the haters anymore. I just don't. I don't know. I used to care about them so much, and these days I just don't. I just don't. And for those of you who don't really know what I mean, if you happen to search far enough down in the comment section of any one of my vlog videos, you'll usually notice someone who's commenting on like how I look or something like that. Oh, Ant, you're ugly. Oh my God, why do you post vlogs? And all I can say, there's like one thing that I can say to you right now, and if you're a little kid, you should turn your head. That's all I can say to you. That's really, that's it. And for those of you who wind up seeing comments like that in the comment sections of any one of the vlogs or anything like that, feel free to give them the same message. Pass along what I am feeling to them as well, because, they definitely deserve it. Though I don't mind, like, constructive criticism or anything like that. There are some people out there who make, comments like commenting on how I look or anything like that, and they legitimately mean well, so you kind of have to differentiate between who's just trolling and who's not. But yeah, I guess I just don't care about that anymore. I don't really care what people have to say if it's negative, Now, again, constructive criticism is one thing, trolling is another, and I just want to get that out of the way so you guys don't go hating on everyone who makes a negative comment, because I'm definitely open to criticism of any sort of constructive sort. But yeah, anyways, got that out of the way, I guess, point being, if you guys have something nasty to say, I don't care. But anyways, moving on here. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk about in this video. Well, the first one is the music video that I've been talking about for quite a while now. For those of you that don't know, I have teamed with AntVenom TV. The link is going to be in the description below for that. I've never actually said who my animator was up until this point, but I have teamed with AntVenom TV to make a really awesome music video, and it is going to be amazing when it comes out. At the moment, we're a little over halfway done, I think. That's about where we're at. We're doing, like, parts of the video, there's like some sequences that have main characters, and then there's sequences that have, just the singers and stuff. As of right now, we're only animating the stuff that involves the main characters, and then we're going to be moving on to the singer stuff later on. But as of right now, everything is rigged, everything, all the sets are built, all the lighting is done, so all we have left is animating at this point. And AntVenom is doing the animation solo because I do not know how to do animation myself. I just have a very hard time grasping exactly how to do it. And he is an incredible animator. Again, check him out if you guys haven't already. And I'm not going to go telling what the music video is going to be, like what the song is, if it's original, if it's a parody, what the case is going to be. But what I can tell you is that, again, we're a little over halfway done, and if I had to guess a suspected date for the release, I would say March. Early March, maybe, if we're lucky, late February. That's gonna be like the best guess right now. So there's that. So anyways, music video talked about. We have covered it in this video. So anyways, a couple of other things that I wanted to get into as well were just maybe some random FAQs. I get requests a lot from you guys to just answer random, frequently asked questions. There was a lot of things that I covered in the 1 million subscriber vlog that, answered a lot of questions. How did I get started on YouTube? One thing I really didn't mention, though, that I feel like I should have, is that, where did you get the name AntVenom from? And that one I've said in a couple of comments into a few videos, but it's really a boring story. But I guess I'll just go ahead and I'll say it in this video. Why not? There's no reason for me not to now that I've brought it up. But the way that I got the name AntVenom actually derives from the name AntiVenom. So Ant 1 Venom. And prior to my name being AntVenom, my name was PTC or Protocol. PTC was like short for Protocol because there was this weird thing in the Tony Hawk community that I used to play in that we used to like give ourselves like really short names. For some reason, it became cool to shorten your name as short as you could. But anyways, what I was doing one day is I was signing up for an account on Battlefield 2 because the account that I did have, I really didn't like the name of it. I won't say what the name was, but I was trying to think of a cool name, and I was thinking of my friend's name, Poison. And I thought that was a cool name, so I usually tell people that I tried to make the name as a joke to them. Really, it wasn't like a joke to them at all. I just kind of like thought of the name Poison, and I was like, maybe anti-poison, you know, just I tried it for the heck of it. Didn't work, so I tried AntVenom. That didn't work, and then I'm like, maybe AntVenom with a 1 or something like that. And that wound up being available. Actually, I don't think that was. I think it was AntVenom 3. I don't know why I decided to go with that with a number. I think I just kind of got sick of trying for a good name that didn't have a number. So anyways, so my name was AntVenom 3 on there. And then when I eventually signed up for a RuneScape account, I believe it was in late 2007, or no, early 2007, because I didn't start making videos until a year after I started that game. Then I made my name AntVenom on that game. And then AntVenom, being derived from AntVenom, came when I decided to create an Xbox Live account. And AntVenom was actually taken, so I guess somebody had, you know, seen the name, or they had just, you know, thought of the name themselves as well. But I decided to create the Xbox Live account AntVenom, and it's Ant Space Venom if you wanted to add me on there. I never play on Xbox, but nonetheless, it is there. And so Ant Space Venom became my name on there. And when I went to sign up my YouTube account, AntVenom, at the time I actually owned the AntVenom YouTube account, and I would be named AntVenom to this day if my AntVenom account, Ant1Venom, had not been suspended. It was actually suspended at the time because I tried to connect it with an email address of an also suspended YouTube account, which was a really bad idea. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, so that account became that account was suspended when I signed up AntVenom, and then that's where I started posting all of my primary content was to AntVenom. So that's how I got the alias AntVenom. For those of you who have been wondering, there is the answer. So anyways, moving on here. So another question that I get a lot is, what do you edit your videos with? Because ever since the 1 million subscriber video specifically, and even like way before that, I would get questions from people asking me, what do I use to edit my videos? What do I use to capture my videos? What is my software? What can I use to get started? Oh my God, AntVenom, I need a guide or something. And it looks like my monitors behind me just turned off. But the software that I use to capture my videos is a program called DxStory. It's $44, and it is worth every single penny. I highly recommend, if you want to get serious about screen capturing, I would highly recommend picking up DxStory. XSplit is a good one as well because you can do some really diverse things like adding a face cam in with the video itself and still being able to capture at a really good frame rate, and then you can also live stream it with it as well. I don't know what the licensing terms are for that program, but XSplit is another really good one. Fraps is okay, but I found that it splits the audio files like every 4 gigabytes, and it's really annoying, and then sometimes it get corrupt, and the audio quality is by default very low. There's also Bandicam. That one's alright, but I wouldn't recommend it. The only reason why I like DxStory specifically, and I think XSplit also does this, is because when you're capturing a video, in most cases, the capture will limit itself to about 30 frames a second, which is fine because, you know, that's about what YouTube limits to, I think, anyways. So you capture your video at 30 frames a second, but what a lot of screen capture softwares do is it also limits the frames per second that you see to 30 frames a second, which in my opinion, or at least to a lot of people, that's just not high enough to play a decent high-paced game at. But what DxStory does is if your computer is fast enough to handle it, like for example, I capture my videos at 60 frames per second because sometimes frames will drop, like frames will actually drop from the video or they won't capture properly. So by cutting it from 60 to 30 when I render my videos, it tends to eliminate any sort of presence of those cut frames, and you get a really smooth video as a result. But anyways, what DxStory does is it makes it so that if your computer is fast enough, if you're capturing at 60 frames a second, but your computer can handle actually playing the game at 100 frames per second, you'll see the game at 100 frames per second and be capturing at 60, and it won't actually, like, so if you were to capture at 30 frames per second, you could still see the game at 100, and you wouldn't have that sort of inability to play the game properly because the frame rate is too low. So anyways, that is what I capture with, and what I edit with is Sony Vegas 12, but again, there are tons of programs out there. If you're on a Mac, Final Cut Pro is a good program to do that sort of stuff with. There's also, I think, Avid. I'm not sure if Avid is Mac or PC. There's also Adobe Premiere. There's Windows Movie Maker. I think you can render out HD video with Windows Movie Maker, but you have to do it uncompressed, and then you'd have to use something like Virtual Dub to compress the videos, which is also a free program. So there's a lot of things out there. If you really like take the time, if you guys have the interest in actually like learning what how to do things and how to get started on YouTube, you can look up any guide for any piece of software. You can find out what the best is, what the worst is. The cool thing about YouTube when you're looking up things like that is there is a rating section. Like when you Google something like guide for best video editing software, you might get like 100 spam sites that, or maybe not that example specifically, but if you're searching for like, best conversion programs or just something random, you might find a lot of garbage on the internet. But if you search on YouTube, you have the rating system. So if a video has like 100 likes and like 5 or 6 dislikes or something, that chances are it's probably a really good program. But anyways, I think I've been rambling on enough about that now. Let's go ahead and let's move on to any tips that I have for new YouTubers. I guess this is kind of a good segue. And there's really only one tip that I have, and this is a tip that I give very, very seriously, and that is to not have to not ever do videos for the money exclusively. And what I mean by that is it's definitely okay. Like, I'm not trying to say, ooh, you should never try or have that as a goal, but it should never be your motivation for making videos. Your motivation should be out of pure joy, out of the fact that you want to do it, out of the fact that you crave like bettering yourself and bettering how you make videos. Because if you guys watched my 1 million subscriber video, you would know that I had a passion for improving my quality of videos, and that over the course of several years allowed me to get to a point that I was satisfied with the videos that I was making. So again, that's the best piece of advice. Do the videos because you love them. Do them because you enjoy them. Don't do them because you're looking for ratings or comments or subscribers. Well, comments is an okay thing. If you want to get comments on your videos, like if you want people telling you how to improve and stuff, that's definitely a healthy thing. But if you're like thumbs up, let's get 100 likes before I make my next video. You shouldn't be holding your videos hostage just to get some ratings that ultimately really don't mean anything. What's gonna mean more in the long run is your quality of content, and whether or not the people who are genuinely enjoying it are still enjoying it, I guess. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I think it probably does. But anyways, the last thing that I wanted to talk about in this video, and also if you guys want me to touch up on that subject later on, if you guys have any questions in regards to YouTubing or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. But the last thing that I want to talk about in this vlog is actually something that has been linked in the description of my videos as of lately. You guys may have noticed it. It is a browser add-on for Google Chrome, and I do believe it's for Firefox as well. That when you install it, it puts an icon like up here or something on your browser that actually allows, like, basically it's an icon of the AntVenom channel, and it'll update every time I post a new video. There'll be a little icon next to it that'll alert you to when a new video is posted. So if the subscription boxes are being wonky or anything like that, then you can just look up to the browser icon and always check to see if I have a new video out or something. It just, again, it creates a really small, like a small icon that is almost barely visible. Actually, I'm really a stickler about what sorts of add-ons I have installed on my browser. And I really like having it. I barely ever notice it's there, but I do notice when the little one icon shows up next to it whenever I post a new video. And honestly, I think it's something that you guys would really enjoy. So if you like watching my videos and you want to be kept up to date on that sort of stuff, then feel free to download it. Again, the link is going to be in the description below. So anyways, I think I've pretty much talked about everything that I want to talk about in this vlog. Again, you guys have heard my rant on everything. I don't really care about negative comments anymore, I have acne. So what? Big deal. There's plenty of people in the world that do, and usually they're the kinds of people who are brought down by the negative comment makers, the bullies out there. They're the kind of people who are brought down, and their true voice is just never heard because they're too afraid to speak up. They're too afraid to say, I don't give a good goddamn about your opinion. So there's that. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end off this vlog here. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.